All right, welcome. Today, we're diving into a new law out of the United Kingdom that is making some serious waves across the entire internet. It's called the Online Safety Act. And to really get our heads around it, we're going to be pulling from a fascinating report by the tech research firm Virtualization Options LLC to understand why this UK law is having such a huge impact, well, everywhere.
Okay, so where do we even begin? Let's start with the one thing that's got everyone, from the biggest social media companies to your favorite online game, paying very close attention. We're talking about the penalties.
The Act gives the regulators in the UK the power to fine a company up to 10%.
And yeah, you heard that correctly. Not just their UK revenue, but 10% of their entire worldwide global revenue. For the big tech players, that's not millions. We're talking about fines that could easily stretch into the tens of billions of dollars. That is some serious financial firepower.
So who exactly is on the hook for these massive penalties? Well, the answer might actually surprise you. Here's the kicker. It doesn't matter one bit where your company is headquartered. If your app, your website, your game can be used by people in the UK, then guess what? This law applies to you. This is what's called extraterritorial reach, and it means an app developer in California or a gaming studio in Tokyo now has to follow these UK rules.
And believe it or not, those huge fines, they're just the start. The UK regulator, Ofcom, has a whole toolkit they can use. They can force a company to make changes that totally disrupt its business. They can order a service to be completely blocked in the UK, and, this is the big one, they can hold senior managers personally responsible, with the very real threat of prison time.
So why? Why are the punishments so incredibly severe? To get that, we have to talk about the one big idea that powers this entire law. It's a concept that really rewrites the rulebook for the internet.
It's called the duty of care. And honestly, the best way to think about it is this. You know how a shopping mall has a responsibility to make sure the floors aren't wet and slippery so you don't fall? It's kind of like that, but for the internet. Platforms now have a legal duty to make their digital spaces reasonably safe. Safety isn't just a feature anymore, it's the law.
And this slide just nails the difference, right? The old way was all about being reactive. You wait for a user to flag something bad, and then you deal with it. But now, the game has completely changed. It's all about being proactive. Companies have to think ahead, anticipate the risks, and actually build safety into the design of their products from the ground up.
You know, this didn't just happen overnight. This has been a long time coming. We've gone from the early, Wild West days of the internet, where platforms were seen as totally neutral, to a phase with some limited rules for takedowns, and now we're here, a world where platforms have this deep, systemic responsibility for keeping their users safe.
Okay, so we get the what and the why. Now let's get practical. What does this duty of care actually mean for these companies on a day-to-day basis? What's on their new to-do list?
It really boils down to three main jobs for pretty much every service out there. First, they have to do their homework, assess all the potential risks on their platform. Second, they have to actively fight illegal content, not just wait for it to be reported. And third, and this is a huge piece of it, they have to go the extra mile to protect children.
And when it comes to protecting kids, the law gets super specific. We are not talking about a flimsy, "Are you over 18?" pop-up that everyone just clicks through. No way. As you see here, it's a whole strategy, requiring things like real age verification, designing features to be safer for kids by default, and a whole lot more. But this whole proactive duty, it leads to a huge problem. A real digital dilemma, especially for secure messaging apps. On one hand, you have end-to-end encryption, which is fantastic for our privacy. It means no one can read our messages. But on the other hand, how can a platform stop illegal content if they literally can't see it? It's a massive technical and ethical puzzle.
Of course, an approach this aggressive has set off some serious alarm bells. You've got civil liberties organizations like the one quoted here, pointing out a pretty big potential problem. They're worried that with those massive fines looming, companies will just play it super safe and start taking down way more content than they should, which could end up silencing perfectly legitimate conversations.
So you might be thinking,
Okay, this is interesting, but I'm not in the UK, so why should I really care? Well, as that virtualization options report we're drawing from really emphasizes, this is way bigger than just one country. This is about what the internet is becoming for all of us. You see, the UK isn't acting alone here. What we're witnessing is a global trend. The European Union, Australia, Canada, Singapore, so many major economies are all moving in the exact same direction. They're all creating their own versions of these duty of care laws. This is fast becoming the new normal.
So when you pull back, what all of this really means is that the very foundation of the internet is being rebuilt right before our eyes, with this idea of safety baked into its core. And that leaves us with this one final and really important question. As this new, safer internet gets built, who actually gets to draw the blueprints?